Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the middle of August and we're still talking new products, but this product here that I want to talk to you guys about today is one that really, in my opinion, has flown completely under the radar. And it's been a much needed addition, especially to anglers who love to travel and have a rod on hand all the time. So today we're going to talk about the Zodias 5-piece. But before I get into it, do me a favor, click subscribe down below. And if you have any comments about travel rods or their downfalls, or you've tried one that you really like, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. And then if you have questions about it, I can help you out and hopefully get to your questions. But anyways, let's talk about the product. So this right here is the Zodias 5-piece spinning. There was actually two models introduced. There was one casting 5-piece and one spinning. I believe the casting is a medium heavy. The spinning is a 7-foot medium, and you look at it and it looks exactly like the most latest updated Zodias, and it's basically, it's got the carbon monocoque handle, it's got the CI4 reel seat, and it's got the High Power X blank. So that's that spiral wrap of carbon on the blank at differing angles that go all the way up the blank. That really improves the torsional rigidity of the blank, or the twisting, which allows you to have better casting, more accurate casting, and more power when you're pulling on fish. The other things that you would come to expect on this rod from the Zodias lineup is the Elkanite rings, okay, and the Fuji tangle-free guides, and I believe it's an SIC tip top. So this rod here is 7-foot medium, but when you look at the codes, and you'll notice this about any of the Zodias rods, any rods in general that Shimano makes, it's pretty easy. This is an S, so that stands for 7. 7-0 is the length, 7 foot. M is medium, but then it says -5. There's actually 5 pieces in this rod. If you were looking at another model and it said -2, that would mean it's a 2-piece. So that's how they signify when you're looking online at Zodias rods. If you see a dash and then a number, that would be the amount of pieces the rod is comprised of. So here's what I like about this. And I've always been, let's just say, skeptical about rods that are multi-piece, is because rod ferrules, and a ferrule is basically where the pieces join together, usually impede the action of the rod or the taper of the rod, and they give you flat spots, because in reality, you've got a solid section inside each and every ferrule. So I was super impressed right away when I saw this rod. I'm going to lean back a bit here, but you can see the taper of this rod. This is a fast action rod, and it has no flat spots. I was absolutely shocked at that fact, because I think they did an incredible job, considering there is a ferrule basically every 14 inches or so, or a little more. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. I mean, to not have flat spots with 4 joints, 5 pieces of a rod, really, really was impressive in my opinion. The other thing you'll notice when you pick it up, it's crisp. I've seen far too many travel rods that are either sloppy or overbearing in weight. This one is actually heavier than a standard Zodias 7-foot medium, but it would have to have 4 joints in the rod, but it's not overbearing. I find the balance to be very good. I've got this one with an older Stratic CI4 2500 spooled up with 8-pound Super 8-slick V2. This is a great combo to have in the back of your car, or you can throw in your backpack when you're traveling, that you could be, say you go to an all-inclusive and you want to do some small snapper fishing off the beach, or you know, you're driving and you see a small lake or a creek that you want to try fishing. This would be the perfect little combo, and you can have this just about anywhere. So I'm going to tear this apart for you, and I want to show you some of the things about this. So I'll take this rod off. First thing you're going to notice, it's got the CI4 reel seat that Zodias is known for. It's got that nice highlighted metal closing top cap ring with the matte black and the red. But when we talk about the joints, you're going to notice this when you look at it. The rod comes apart fairly easy, and you can see how much of the blank actually fits within. But what they've done is they actually put a dot on both sides. So when you're lining the blank up, there's 2 dots that you just align when you're putting the rod together, okay? And that goes for every single piece. There's 2 little white dots that you basically line up. You will also notice, and first time I put the rod together, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I was like, why is this gap there? See this right here? It almost looks like you want to push the rod together more. It's supposed to be there. It shows you where the joint is. It makes it very easy to grab and twist out. A lot of problems, a lot of people will over push the rod pieces together, okay, the sections together. Easiest way to get them out, I find, is to grab my hand on it and then twist the one section, okay? You just twist and pull out, and you can see how much of that rod the ferrule is actually overlapping, so it gives you plenty of strength. So there's one. There's number two, okay? So you got the first stripper guide in that section. Number three is right here, okay? So you got another guide, a single guide in a section. And then number four is right here. Okay, so that's the tip that has the tip guide, the SIC guide, and two other Elkinite guides. And then this one has 3 guides on it. That's the 4th out of 5 sections. So overall, the rod really packs down to a very, very small package. I'll show you that right there. So this is the entire thing in my hand. That can go anywhere. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so now it's torn down to its smallest size. The other thing you'll get when you buy this rod is 2 Velcro straps that are going to help you keep the pieces together without being damaged. So I like to put one down by the handle. So you can see this right here. You wrap it around. Just wrap it nice and snug. I wouldn't over tighten. You don't need to. Okay, same thing on the top here. This is the Velcro side. So wrap that around. It's got a nice, it's almost like a neoprene on the inside of the straps. So you're not going to be scratching the rods with it. Okay, so now you got this. But the other thing it comes with is this, which is really cool. It's a small bag, okay, that you can put the Zodias combo in, or the Zodias 5-piece in. And both casting and spinning come with this. Just like that. And you would fold over the section and then tie the flap. And that's it. I mean, really, you've got a combo that can handle walleye, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, pan fishing. I mean, might be a bit heavy for the panfish, but still nonetheless will do a great job. You know, pike fishing, I wouldn't be throwing giant lures on it, but look at the ratings on the rod. The 7-foot medium is rated 5 to 10 pound test. And really when it comes to the weight of the rod, like I said, it feels good. It will go anywhere. This will fit in practically every one of my backpacks that I carry with me. I could slide that right in beside the laptop if I wanted to and have a rod with me anywhere I go. The biggest challenge I find is that when you drive a lot like I do, I travel all over the place. Sometimes my drives are 4 hours, sometimes they're 15 hours. You see things that you want to stop and fish. And I don't like keeping a full-size 1-piece or 2-piece rod in the car because A, they're very visible, and out of sight is out of mind. I don't need people giving people a reason to break into my vehicle if they see a rod hanging out in the passenger seat. With this, I can put this under my seat. I can put it practically anywhere. I can keep it in one of my bags, keep a spinning reel there, keep a small Plano tray full of tackle, and you're good to go. So these rods actually were introduced about a year and a half ago. I shot them in the studio, and since then I've been really impressed, and I've been waiting for this one to come in since then. I placed an order right away, and we all know that recently there's been an absolute ton of delays in shipping and supply chain issues because of COVID, but I feel like we're starting to slide out of that. We're starting to see production ramp up in so many areas of the sport. And now I'm starting to see my orders that I placed a while ago start trickling in, which is a good sign. So guys, if you're looking for a pack rod, okay, and this is honestly a true travel rod. We're not talking 2-piece travel rod. We're talking, this is a 5-piece. I have 3 travel rods that I use a lot. And the G. Loomis Escape series is my heavier series. I use that as a travel rod for saltwater. I've caught permit on them. I've caught cobia on them. I have both the casting and the spinning. But for freshwater, it's hard to argue that this Zodias 5-piece pack rod won't be the perfect addition to anybody who's looking for a travel rod. Check them out. If you have any comments, guys, please leave them below. If you need to know more specifics about the rod, I've obviously posted the stats on the rods, but if you're looking for a combo or a specific, will this rod work for this technique, hit me. I'll get to you as soon as I can with an answer, and I hope everybody's doing well. And also, guys, do me a favor. Click subscribe down below and then get the notifications so that my videos come into your feed. We're trying to be more and more consistent in bringing these videos on products. And I'm going to start bringing back some other products that I've used in the past and maybe give you guys a breakdown and show you what the product looks like after years of fairly heavy abuse. Because it's one thing I've learned about Shimano product over the years is that if you invest in it once, for the most part, you're going to have it for a very long time and it's going to do a good job for you. So I want to show you guys some of my old original stuff that I have been absolutely beating the tar out of, and go through, what I like about it and what I found problematic, if there was anything. So there you have it, guys. Click subscribe down below. Leave a comment if you can. I hope everybody's doing well. Next video I'm going to try to do will be on the new Caracal boat that I've got up here this year and the new SHO from Yamaha. So again, guys, talk to you soon. Stay safe. Hope you're all catching fish.